I kid you not, I just got off work, like, no lie, probably an hour ago. I just worked a 12-hour shift, and I was like, I gotta talk about the Toho stuff because this is pretty hype. I know some people aren't extremely excited about Toho, but me, myself, even though I'm not like the biggest fan, I won't lie, like even the bit of artwork and stuff I saw so far, I'm like, this feels like they're giving it a lot of love, which kind of makes sense because this is Next Ninja's other game. It's kind of like their other baby. So either way, dude, I'm really hyped to see like what they do with these units and everything. I saw some of the kits already. I haven't seen any animations. I wanted to save that specifically for the live stream. I said the live stream, you know, this video here. So we're just going to skip ahead and see all the characters. We'll also watch like all the little like intro videos and all that type of stuff. So let's start right here. I think this is the first one. Why is that? Is that a dog? I really hope none of this Toho music is actually copyrighted because if it is, I'm gonna cry. Now, here's one thing I want to say though. I hope to God the animations are like bullet hell, like crazy. Like I don't want to see anything on my screen. Like that wasn't too bullet hell like, but this one, like I want to see. I don't want anything. Like I don't. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Okay. I like that one. That one's also got it as well. This too. Yes, queen. The whole thing is about these characters because the history of Toho is that it was originally a bullet hell game. And I don't know if the newer games are still bullet hell. I know Lost Word isn't necessarily a bullet hell type game, but if you've seen any animations for Lost Word, there's times where there's a ton of stuff on screen, like whenever you do certain chains and everything. So I really want to see them like translate that into the game. And I'm hoping that we see a lot more of that with different things. So I'm actually going to skip ahead just a bit here and see if I can find the characters stuff. Like look at this artwork right here. Like the pixel art's cool, but I think the artwork is really good. I love how it's kind of more in Toho's art style, especially Lost Words art style. I really like that. It may have been Lost Word who actually did the art for it, not really the GS team, which would have been pretty cool. I think there's this one as well. I think these are SP arts. I don't know if these are newer artworks or not. I know she's technically a time mage. Isn't this the girl from Lunar Nights? Or no, is that someone else? You guys have to let me know down below in the comment section. I never played it. I just watch people play it, but I can't remember if she's the time mage or not. I think she is. And then we have her, which I really like her design a lot. I think she looks really cool. I'll let you hear the OST. Okay, let me listen to this real quick. Hold on. Let's peep game. I like it. I kind of like it. Like I said, I don't know how much of that I'm going to be able to keep in because I don't know if that's actually copyrighted or not. I really hope it's not because I'm assuming it's from the Toho games and usually game OSTs aren't. But since this is also technically Toho Project, I don't know if a lot of their stuff is copyrighted on YouTube or not. What about this one? See, this one scares me because it says this records. And this one might be copyrighted. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even put any of this in, but they sound good. Let me just say that. We can skip ahead here and we can now see all of their animations. So let's go ahead and start playing that. This is a very long live stream they did. It's like, oh God. Okay. All right, here we go. So that's the skill. This is the art. I kind of love that. The true art here. All right, I kind of like it. And super art. Okay, yeah, we saw the super art, all the stars. I like the stars. I think the stars are nice. Then we have this girl here. Look at her ascended art, dude. Jesus, that looks good. Let's see what she does. Okay, this is her skill. The yin and yangs look kind of a little out of place. Okay, that's the art. True art here. Big booms? Okay. I kind of wish there was a bit more... Well, I do wish there was a bit more flashes on that one. This is the... Oh, yes. Yes. I kind of wish that super art lasted for a bit longer, to be completely honest, though. And then we have her, which I don't know any of these characters' names, but she looks cool. I don't know what this little spirit is, or yokai, whatever it might be. There's the skill right there. Oh, it's even with her in game. Excalibur? Okay. Wait. Did she just super art? This looks really nice. I love that opening there. And the ending, that looks so nice. Dude, I just wish a lot of these lasted just a tiny bit longer. Like, definitely them being quick like that is going to be really good for like gameplay stuff, especially like nukes and everything. But I really wish the duration of some of these were just a tiny bit longer. I feel like they end too quick, because if I'm just going to be honest, might be a bit of bias here. Maybe I'm glazing a bit too hard, but I think these are some great animations. Maybe it's just like a unique take compared to like what we usually get, but I think these are some really good animations here. And I think this might be my favorite design out of all of them. I love the butterflies. I love the little petals everywhere. I really like this character's design a lot. I think she looks really sick. Let me see if I can skip ahead here to when they start showing animations off. Should be right here, I think. There's that. Okay, that's the skill. This is going to be the art. That's where the butterflies come in. True art. Wow, okay. Super art. Yeah, that looks so freaking cool. I love that. I wish all of them kind of last that long for the most part. Let's see if there's anything else. I think there's some SP arts here, which we'll show these off once we get to the Discord, because it'll be a bit better than me like just having to scroll through all of them. But let's actually head over to the Discord now, and we'll be able to see all the translated info. Like I mentioned before, I have seen some of the information, not necessarily everybody's, and I think these are going to be two insanely strong characters. Let's start with Marisa first, because she seems really cool, and I like her design a lot as well. So her entire thing is that she has all magic slots. Not the worst in the world, also not the best depending on how her kit is. And if you see here, we have art gauge on the skill. The art is magic res and light res down. The true art is going to be more damage against giant bosses. And this is stackable, by the way. It's only own damage. It's not all allies damage. Kind of hurts her a little bit in team building, but overall, I think you're just going to get a big nuke here. And considering this is on the true art, is ridiculous. And finally, we have the super art, which has the current HP times 33%. Light damage magic, and considering she's a light human, ladies and gentlemen, like, you're gonna get a lot of HP. So if we go to Ascended Light, I mean, and we look at like all of the different characters here, we have Fearin that can give 60% stats up. Of course, you have to stack to it, but you know, that's there. If I'm not mistaken, Madoka has like a 40% stat buff, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 40%. So that's something too. There's Orville D. Orville D, I think, has 30% stats up to everyone. Yeah, increase all allies stats by 30%. So if you have like Orville D and Fearin on a team, you know, that's 90% HP just from that. Of course, you can definitely use like other characters to buff up that HP stat a bit more. Not to mention, like, you don't have to use her on Monolight. You could use this character with like Hoka, and Hoka has a built-in passive that increases max HP, which is definitely going to be really good for her because she does have crit rate right here and super crit against giant bosses. This is a huge increase compared to what like Summer Sistina has, the Awoken one. I think she has 25. Or is it 20? It's either 20 or 25. So her current HP times 33, and that's your modifier for your super art. And then you start playing the OST here. Now, whenever the OST plays, you actually get a buff, which I think is really cool and very unique. And I'm surprised that we haven't seen this yet with like Victoire or something else. Like whenever she uses her like true art or something, like, you know, more of these like musical characters like Hatsune Miku, I'm surprised didn't have this because she had her own OST play as well whenever you did her true art. Even though this is like a small buff, 50%, this is still going to add up because you may notice she doesn't have a lot of additional buffs. It's because she has this on top of super crit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, look out for this character. This character is going to nuke everything in her path, and it's not even funny. Grand Crusade? Oh, heavens forbid. Grand Crusade with this unit is not even going to be a thing anymore. Not to mention as well, her true weapon, is this the one that gives 200? No. Okay, so this true weapon gives her 30% damage and 1 arch per second. To be honest, if I was them, I would get rid of the 1 arch per second and give her 200 arc gauge. That's just me. Make the true weapon give her 200 arc gauge, and she's going to be insanely powerful as a nuker. Overall, though, very good unit here, and I am excited to see how much damage she can hit for, because if you have her on the right team and stuff, oh yeah, crazy damage, bro. It's crazy damage. So we have, sorry if I butchered his name, Hakure, if I'm not mistaken, or Reimu. It may be Ray. I think that's more so Reimu. Reimu has some pretty good slots here, as you can see. The support slot, defense, and magic. Sheesh, man. Very good team slots. I'm loving just these slots alone. Give you so much team viability. Not to mention, you take her up to LB7. She gets a heal as well. Like, what? This is mega support. You know what I'm saying? Just off of this alone. Skill here though, 30 art gauge. When under a barrier, you get 20 additional arts. So 50 arts in total. The art here is going to be able to reduce enemies' attack and magic damage. This may not sound too crazy, but this is actually really good, like, damage mitigation, unironically. Even though it's not necessarily like DR or anything, this reduces the enemy's damage by a ton. That attack and magic combo, not to mention she has a defense slot, so that's even more, like, you know, damage mitigation you have on your team. You're going to notice this, definitely. This is going to be very noticeable whenever you use it in game. Not to mention if you have her alongside like other, you know, damage mitigation characters. Oh yeah, this is going to be really good. We have the True Art here, which increases all allies' accuracy by 100% and arts by the number of human allies on the team times 2. Mind you, this isn't an art just for human allies. This is actually for everybody. So you could run like 2 humans and you get 4 arts per second. If you have 3, you have 6. And then, you know, if you have a full team, of course, you have 8. I like that. I like how it's not limiting her to just only humans. And that's actually really good. I vibe with it. The super art here is increasing all ally stats by 30% and allies gain a damage barrier that negates 30k damage. Now, the damage barrier is very good considering it synergizes with the skill here, and it's a 30k barrier. This is also a AoE barrier, not like a taunt tank barrier. So if you have the art applied and then you have the super art going on, this is probably gonna make you relatively tanky. Not to mention the defense slot here. Like, what's she on? She's on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, mono fire with this character? Are we kidding right now? Are we serious? Sunraku, Valentine's Priscilla, freaking Summer Iris with her 30k barrier with all that passive damage mitigation. Not to mention you have this art reducing the enemy's attack and magic damage. So the magic damage is going to be great, of course, whenever you fight any magic balls, but the attack is always going to be good. We could see a bit of a resurgence for mono fire in like very, very hard content because of this. Sometimes mono fire kind of gets beat out depending on like who you're using and stuff, but this right here, this might be the one, man. This might be the character that mono fire really needed. I'm loving it. I think this is great. The only thing I'm worried about is what Arshin typing is this? Because technically this is type B. This isn't like the end of the world, because in mono fire specifically, I think they can actually get away with using a type B Archtrainer. I'm pretty sure everybody's like a different type, because Sunraku's E, Valentine's Priscilla is F, and then I think Iris is D, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think she's B. She might be B. If she's B, then that really sucks for this character. But for the most part, I think they would be okay. Is she B or is she D? I feel like she's D. Yeah, she's type D. Okay, great. So yeah, she works great with all of them. Literally, all of them. She works perfectly fine. And if this is type B, which now I kind of hope it is, fantastic mono fire character. Absolutely insane. You're going to be able to get this insane amount of arch gen because she's a human and everybody on mono fire is a human apart from Iris. Goodness, dude. An extra defense slot as well. That team desperately needs it because you have really the passive DR and just the active one, and that's pretty much it. I don't think you have another defense slot really. But oh my lord, dude, that's very good. And the thing that I love about her even more is this right here. She has a true weapon that gives her 200 arc gauge. So as soon as you load into the quest, you can instantly pop off with your true art. Or get this, ladies and gentlemen, you can just instantly use, or you can get like 100 more arc gauge, which isn't hard because she has that support slot, or even the defense slot. You know, you can use something like Black Trike or whatever if you're not like, you know, needing that defense slot for something meaningful. And then boom, you have it. Or, you know, she's on mono fire. She's going to be able to get that additional 100 arc gauge. Really no problem whatsoever. So I don't think we're going to have an issue at all with this character with like arch generation or anything. She is very good. To be honest, in the community really looks at these two characters and is like, they're terrible, like mid. I really don't know what you expect from a character anymore. Like, I'm just going to be completely honest. I think the idea that you have for a godly character is like only Hoka or nothing else. And at that point, dude, like, you should just probably not play the game, because I'm gonna be honest, we're not gonna see another Hoka for years. But yeah, man, both these characters looking really good. I kind of wish we would have saw the other characters animation, or not animations, but you know, their kits already, because I'm really liking the first two here. And let's see these SP arts. Okay, I actually like this. I love the background. I love whenever they do backgrounds and stuff, so I vibe with this. Is she supposed to be standing on top of water? And that's what we're kind of supposed to be simulating here. Oh, this one looks good too. Yeah, that's good. What the heck? Why are they pulling out all the stops for this one? And this, I'm going to be honest, I think this is probably the weaker one of the SP arts. It still looks good, but I don't know. And then this one, I think I prefer her regular Ascended artwork, surprisingly. Yeah, I think I prefer her regular Ascended artwork. And I think that's it, right? Oh yeah, then AI. This is actually kind of big. So when a specific buff, debuff, is or isn't applied, you now can add that in the AI for JP. Don't know when we're gonna get this on global. Arc gauge up, arc gauge down, or BE up, and be like, whenever arc gauge up is active on myself, do this. So that's really cool. I think that definitely helps out for AI sets for characters that like have a debuff tied to like their true art or something, and you're like, I only want to use this true art whenever the debuff falls off. So now you can, so you just, you know, set to when that debuff is not applied and then you use it. Or for example, Shiro Emiya could benefit from this a lot, where you want to make sure Shiro Emiya has his barrier or his physical res up, so whenever either one of them falls off, now you're gonna be able to refresh that barrier without just having Shiro Emiya only on like art, or, you know, alternating between everything. Very good. I really hope they keep adding more to the AI system, because there's a few different ones that it needs. It's almost to the point to where I would say it's in a very, very good state, but for the most part, it is still needing a few things, you know, here and there. Either way though, chat, that's gonna be it for this one. I don't know if this video is gonna be out tomorrow. I really hope it is tomorrow, of course being Saturday. If it's not out Saturday, then I got you guys like Sunday. It's just really hard, my schedule right now, to be able to make a video and post it. I won't even be surprised if I post this video with like very little editing, like maybe not even hardly any cuts in it, just because of like the schedules and stuff. Literally the entire weekend I work 12-hour shifts, so I can't really do too much here. But either way, thank you all so much for hanging out. Tell me down below what you guys think about Toho. Are you liking it? Are you not? Me, I'm overall excited, and I can't wait for this to come out to global. So your boy will be saving and waiting for these characters. I kind of hope that I get all of them just based off of design alone, but that's just me. Thank you all again, and last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.